I worked a wedding with you. The first wedding I worked with you at Rock Springs, and I'd never worked a wedding that was that organized by the photographer before. Like I was very impressed. I don't know if I told you, but I was. Like, we were walking around wearing earpieces like fucking CIA agents, like so that you could talk to us from across the venue if you needed somebody. You're like, hey, I need somebody over here in the dining room or whatever. If anybody can come over here, and then one of us is just like on the way, you know, like I'm coming. And but you'd have, I think that day I was one of like 6 other people that you had working this wedding.
Yes.
And it was, I think you do it. How do you do it? Because I know that day it was like different people came in for different parts of the day.
Yes. So the way everything is set up, if I'm booked for photo and video, for video, I have 2 to 3 people, more than likely 3. For photo, I have 2 people. And then I have a floater. Typically, my floater is somebody that doesn't know anything about photography or videography. They just want to get out the house for the weekend or something. So there, if we forget anything or if the client needs something, they need a brush, they need something to drink.
An assistant.
Essentially,
it's an assistant, yeah.
But I hate that term. I got to figure out another term. Assistant just sounds so...
You're assisting me.
Yeah.
Assistant sound. I think, look, in my personal opinion, assistant sounds better than floater.
Yeah.
Assistant, you've got a title. Like, I'm here to do a job. I'm here to assist.
But it sounds like you downplaying. Like
no. This is a photographer. This is my assistant.
Okay.
My assistant grabs things for me because I can't always do it.
Maybe I put executive assistant in front of it.
Yeah.
Make it sound a little bit, add a little spice on it.
Yeah, a little something.
Yeah. But their whole job is just to basically make sure we don't forget anything. And I have a bad habit, and you probably noticed it. I would sit something down, walk away, go do something else. They're right behind me, picking it up, making sure I don't forget something, making sure everything stays in order. Mm-hmm. And then lately I've added a creative director to it. So if I come to a wedding, I'm doing photo and video, I might have 7 or 8 people.
So what's your creative director doing? If you're not there, I would assume you would be the creative director.
Yes, and
that's what I call myself. Like, if you look at my email signature, it's
creative director,
owner. You know, because I mean I do all that. I'm a one man show at this point. Mm-hmm. So what responsibilities do you give to that person if you're there?
So I classify myself as the director and the producer. The creative director is setting up the set, setting up the scenes. Mm-hmm. They see stuff that I don't see because I'm a very technical person instead of very creative. Like, let's say a whole set where they wanted flowers, they wanted a wine cooler, or they wanted just stuff placed in certain areas. They would tell me that, and I'll be like a deer in headlights. But my creative director can put all of that into one and set up the scene. Then me being the director and producer, I come in with the lighting, the audio. I know how to do all of that with my technical side. And I'm also shooting it.
Okay. So when you go to shoot a wedding, you're kind of treating it like, my heartburn has been like trying to murder me lately. I got to get a hold on that. Yes. Anyway, so you're treating a wedding like a fucking
production,
like whole production.
Yes.
For anything really.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, because you never know where, if you upload that video somewhere, it can bring more clientele, which typically it does. And like you said, with the walkie-talkies, even the venues I worked at, I'd convince them to get walkie-talkies because I come in there, I'm like, hey, I know you're not on my team, but you're the coordinator or you're doing everything the day of, and I want you to have a walkie. So if you need one of us or something change at the last second, instead of you trying to find us, page yourself on walkie. Somebody is going to hear you.
Right. Yeah. As soon as I saw, so coming up in the photography industry in Greenville, I shadowed a bunch of people, like, to start out with. One of them was Chad Winstead. Chad Winstead, photo and video. I think he still does video. But Chad Winstead photo, great photographer, amazing wedding photographer. I worked with him to learn off-camera flash and stuff. Mm-hmm. And by the time I shot with you, I knew what I was doing at that point. Yeah. And you where he opened my eyes to like what you can really do with flash and lighting and stuff. You opened my eyes to what you can do as a team, like with a team around you. Things become a lot easier.
Yes.
It's way less stressful. It's more people. You'd think it'd be more stressful, but if you get like trustworthy, creative, good shooters,
Mm-hmm.
you know, who are there to help this happen,
Yeah.
you know, you can get a lot accomplished with less stress.
Yes.
And you don't really lose any money.
No. Because you build a client.
Right. Hey there. Hope you enjoyed that clip. You can find more clips like this and full video episodes of the Small Stuff Podcast on our YouTube channel. You can also listen to full episodes of the Small Stuff Podcast in audio form wherever it is you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, all the places. Also, follow us on social media. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. All the links are in the description. Have a nice day.